If you're not making a conscious effort to save more, then you're spending a lot more money than you think. And that is the reason why at the end of the month, you're wondering, where did my money go? Hello, thank you for watching my channel. And on this channel, I share tips to help you live intentionally so you can live your best life. It doesn't matter if you're currently earning a low income or high income, because these tips will help you save more money in your 20s. The first tip that I would like to share is to live simple. Simple doesn't equate cheap, and simple doesn't equate substandard. You can live simple and still live your best life. I personally have found that living a simple life is the best way to save more money, because I'm not constantly spending, I'm not constantly buying. Living a simple life can be classy, it can be elegant, it just depends on your approach. When you live a simple life, you don't have to keep buying and buying and buying and just clutter your life with so many items. So when you live simple, you're able to cut down on costs. Tip number 2 is to buy the basics, and I apply this in every area of my life. When it comes to cooking, for example, the basics will be me having my spices, and that is having salt, bouillon cubes, having my vegetable oil, rice. Once I have these basic things, I know that I would never go hungry. So in the food department, I'm able to identify the basics that I need, such that when these basics are available, I can never go hungry. Also, in my clothing, for example, I know that having a jean is the basics for me. Once I have a jean or two, I know that I'll always look good. So buying the basics can help you really save money. Tip number 3 is to do it yourself. Being resourceful is a part of growing up, and the things that you learn in your 20s will stick with you even in your 30s, in your 40s, in your 50s, later on in life. Instead of calling the plumber every time you have a plumbing issue, you can simply search for a video on YouTube and learn how to fix that little plumbing issue yourself. And there is no limit to what you can do yourself to save money. I recently started making my own nails as a way to save money. So there are a lot of things that you can do yourself. You can learn to do your makeup yourself, you can learn to do your hair yourself to some basic extent, and that way you'll be able to cut down on costs. Tip number 4 is to walk. Aside from the health benefits of walking can save you so much money in terms of fuel costs. If you're in your 20s and you currently drive a car, you don't have to drive to everywhere you're going. Some people have a habit of driving to the store down their street, or driving to go pick up something very close to them. You don't have to drive every single time. You'll be saving our environment, and you'll be saving yourself a lot of cost. Tip number 5 is to compare prices. As a general rule for me, I always try to ensure that I have a basic idea of the cost of what I want to buy by checking online. And also when I go do my shopping, I always have my receipts so that I can look through again to see how much items cost. Also, if you can avoid shopping online, if you can actually go to the store to buy the things that you need, you may find that it's cheaper for you. That is because although it's convenient to buy things online, the things you buy online are usually more expensive, and it makes sense because they will deliver these items to you and there is a cost for that convenience. So if you can, then go to the store to buy what you need. And always compare prices. Never pay full price, especially when you are in need of a service. You need to learn how to negotiate. Some people don't like to negotiate because of what I call a big girl or a big boy syndrome. You think that maybe when you negotiate, you're bringing down your standard and they would view you as cheap. Now, let me just be the first to say that negotiation is a skill. It's a high-level skill that not everyone has. So negotiating is not being cheap. Negotiating is a business and marketing skill that would help you anywhere you go and in everything that you do. And I'm so glad that I learned this early on from my dad, right from when I was young. It would teach me how to negotiate things, and my dad always got the best price. So always learn to negotiate the services that you pay for. Recently I dropped my phone and the screen shattered, and I took it to a phone repairer. At first he said it was going to cost £80 to fix this phone, but after negotiating I was able to get £5 off. The phone is an iPhone X and I was able to fix it for £75. Let me know in the comments if I overpaid or if that was a good price. Another thing I wanted to point out is that the people selling a service would literally say anything to make sure you pay a particular amount for the service they are rendering for you, even though you may be able to get that service somewhere else for cheap. Now, a popular marketing tactic they say is go ask anywhere else if you can find a cheaper price. The truth is, you are most likely to find a cheaper price. But when they say that to you, they expect that you actually don't go searching for a cheaper price. So before you engage any service, try and get at least 2 to 3 quotes so you're sure that you're getting the best price. Always save at least 10% of your earnings. It doesn't matter how small your income is. You may be earning £100 a month, £500 a month, £1,000 a month. It doesn't really matter. Make it a habit to save at least 10% of your earnings. According to my research, nearly 41% of people don't have up to 1 month of savings past their paycheck. Having some savings can be a lifesaver in the case of a financial emergency. Plus, it reduces your financial stress and it can help you pay for large purchases and generally just give you a greater sense of freedom. My next tip is to use things for longer. I've had my iPhone 7 Plus now for about 4 years. 3 years into using this phone, I decided to buy an iPhone X, but that was because I'd upgraded this phone, or I'd fixed this phone twice, and it still had like some issues, so I couldn't use it as my main line. But even then, I still use this phone till this day because it is still very useful. I can still send my WhatsApp messages and I can still make phone calls with this. I'm actually addicted to this phone at this point. You don't have to upgrade your phone every time a new release is out. The point of saving money is that you want to be able to use the amount you save to buy something that you really need. And if you're planning to buy something that you really need in the future, then you need to cut back some expenses. And that is why you need to use things properly, because when you use things properly, it will definitely last longer and you can get more value out of those things. My next tip seems counterintuitive, but it's actually a fantastic way to save money. Buy original things even if they cost a bit more. So you know that if you buy that TV for £20, it's not going to last you for more than 3 months and you're just throwing money away. Whereas you can buy a very good TV for maybe £100 or £200, but you know that this TV will last you a lifetime. It makes a lot more sense to save in that instance and buy that expensive TV, because at the end of the day you'll be saving a lot more money. Another tip is for you to be wary of discounts, especially when you're buying on impulse. I have a marketing background, so I'm very aware of these marketing tactics. While some stores will genuinely give you a discount, most stores use discounts as a marketing tactic. So what they do is to increase the original price. So if the price of the product was £9, they will increase it to £11 and then run a discount and sell it to you at £8. There's also a marketing tactic of buy 2 get 1 free. Most of the time, the pricing of the original product already kind of covers the extra product that you're getting, because they've done like their calculations and they've increased the original pricing. So you're not exactly getting much of a discount. So unless you need a particular product, stop taking advantage of so-called discounts, because they are an expensive purchase in disguise. Meal prepping honestly saved my life. Apart from the fact that it saved me a lot of money, it also saved me a lot of time. But hey, this video is about saving money, so let's talk about that. Meal prepping will help you save money because you can plan ahead for the entire week or for the entire month what you're going to eat. So you know exactly how much you need to spend, and then you don't have to go buy something that you don't need. So when you meal prep, you don't think, oh, what am I going to eat today? Or you're in a rush and you don't know what to eat, and then you go out there to spend a lot of money. But when you meal prep, everything is already planned, so you know what you're having for. Mostly for me, I know what I'm having for breakfast and I know what I'm having for dinner. Once that is covered, for lunch I can always snack in between. So meal prepping really saves you a lot of money. Just make sure that you plan ahead and you do it properly. Another tip I have for you is to buy in bulk with caution. It saves you money when you buy in bulk, but you have to do it with caution, because sometimes you can buy items in bulk, like food items, and they exceed their shelf life before you make use of them. At the end of the day, you have to bin them. That is you throwing away money. But when you buy in bulk, make sure that you're buying things that you need like in a week or in 2 weeks. You can use this tip across board, but let me just share this example. If you buy your skincare products in bulk, it's a brilliant way to save money. However, down the line, say after using the first box of your skincare product, you may decide that this product is not for you, but you already bought in bulk when they were holding a sale. Now that you've decided that it's not for you, what's going to happen to the other products that you bought? It's really important that when you're buying in bulk, you do it with caution so that you don't end up wasting money. The goal is to save money. Imagine if you were able to save an extra £600 or £1,200 by the end of the year. What could you use that for? Maybe take a vacation or use that as a down payment for your car. Either ways, these tips will help you save money, and I hope that you start integrating them in your day to day. Which of these tips are you going to use, or which of these tips are you currently using to save yourself hundreds of pounds every month? Please feel free to share them in the comments, and if you like this video, do give it a thumbs up, make sure you share it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.